What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got a small surprise for you guys. Stay tuned. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This small surprise is going to be something that's going to bring some joy to many folk around here. As I mentioned in the previous video, I was doing some favors. No, I didn't mention it. Well, I was doing some favors for friends, and as payment, somebody gave me something that they were just going to throw away. So let me show you what it is here in just a second. All the parts for it have come in. I've already ordered a couple parts. I'm going to fully restore it, but my objective right now is to get it to function. Let me show you what I got. It is a pocket bike. I got a pocket bike. Now I've already turned it over. I'm fixing to take all this stuff off like this, you know, and do all this because I don't need it. I'm going to pull this thing out here and put it up on the tailgate, and all the parts for it, it's missing a gas tank, so I went ahead and I ordered one. I think this is going to fit. And then I got a couple throttle cables. They're so cute. Look at them. Too small. Anyway, yes, got those. So I think that's the only thing that it needs to just simply function. The chain is intact. The rest of the engine seems to be okay. I sprayed some starter fluid in it a couple days ago, and did a few pulls, and it fired for a couple seconds and then it shut off. So it lets me know I got fire and I got compression. It just has no fuel supply. The carburetor that's on it, it needs to be rebuilt or just taken apart and cleaned. It's really dirty. I'm assuming it doesn't run. So let me go ahead. I'm going to take this thing out of the garage. I'm going to slap it up here on the tailgate, and we'll get right to it. Now, the reason why I'm showing you guys this video here is because I'm not going to be working on the Honda just yet. That's the next video, which will be coming up soon. Today is Saturday. Come on, it's stuck. Come on, get out. I will need to tear this apart. Okay. Just forget that happened. Anyway, it's gonna need like a once over. It's got a lot of friction to it. That tells me that I may need to rebuild that clutch. So, but I can literally pick this thing up. It weighs like maybe 10 pounds, if that. But I got a pocket bike, guys. I've always wanted one of these, and I just happened to see it laying underneath a bunch of junk, and the only thing that was visible was this, and I thought like the silhouette of it was one of those electric motorcycles, but then I saw this on here. I said, electric motorcycles don't have this. No. So then I pulled the blankets and stuff back from it, and then voila, I saw myself a nice little pocket bike. So these were in bad shape. They were all bent backwards. I've taken some hammers to it and I kind of bent them sort of back into shape. But again, that's just to get it semi-functional. I just want it to function right now because I want to get it to where it'll run. And then later on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to completely strip this down, bolt for bolt, screw for screw, nut for nut. The frame's going to be completely repainted. The wheels, I'll probably end up taking them off. I may polish up these and paint them a different color. The brake system, I'm going to tear that down. Everything I'm going to redo. So for these parts, I mean, I'm not going to do like a time lapse on this. I really want to, but I don't have enough space on my other phone, which is what I use for time lapse. But let's just see what this does. I've never had one of these. I did some shopping and I found this. Yeah, it's so cute. Alright. It's missing a lot of stuff. Come on. Story of my life, guys. Every moment of my life is difficult. Okay. Alright, alright. Let's go ahead and pop that off. I took all my tools elsewhere today to go work on another mower for a friend. Unfortunately, I was unable to finish because it's got really bad valve lash. It's got extremely high compression, so I need to go back into it and readjust the valves on the mower so that it won't continue burning up the starters that they keep putting on it. All right. I think we're in business. I don't know. Never messed with this before. This is the first time for me. Ooh. I don't think this tank is made for this. Part of me doesn't care. We're just gonna make it work. Let's see how this kind of fits in here. Just got a feeling that some of this stuff don't belong. There's supposed to be bolts. There's bolts that hold this back section down, which I'm assuming sandwiches. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to do. It's gonna sandwich the tank to keep it from going anywhere. But I don't have bolts to hold that down. But I do have zip ties. Yes, I plan on using zip ties for that. So I got the gas tank. I have fuel lines, so I'm going to attach the fuel line to the bottom and bring it around the back and under here, because that's the fuel receiver. That's the fuel inlet. So I'm going to start tearing that apart. But yeah, I'm going to turn the camera off. I really wish I had my other camera for time lapse. In fact, I may even just do a time lapse and set it off to the side and let you guys see me take this carburetor off of here. I'm gonna clean it, slap it back on, and away I go. And I'm not lying, it's not froze up, and it does run. In fact, hold on, let me get this off. I've always wanted one of these little bikes. Just, man, I am so happy that my coworker was that cool. She didn't want it no more, and she was gonna throw this sucker away. I said, no. No, you're not. Give. All right, gonna try to save that. I don't have another one. All right, so I'm gonna show you that it does run. All right, watch this. Starting fluid. Just gonna do a few pulls on it. Right. Hear that? There it is. So that does say it will run. Fantastic. We are in business. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and turn this camera off. I'm going to go inside and go get my other camera for my time lapse, and I'll start tearing all this apart, slap it back together. Hopefully I can get these handlebars all together. Oh, it's just, oh, look at them, little all this stuff. I don't even know if this is the same size. It might fit. It should. I don't see a reason why not. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and slap these on and hook everything up. See if I can get this sucker to run today. My goal is to probably ride it for a little bit. See if I can get these brakes to kind of free up. But anyway, yeah, that's what I got, guys. Little pocket bike. So let's get started. One thing I'd like to point out is this here. These are your brakes up front, brakes, and then there's the throttle that's here. All that stuff gets pulled right through the frame. Look at this. See how this fraying and got it all exposed? It's like that on both sides. This is literally the dumbest idea. See that? I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, look at all that. That's it rubbing back and forth every time you go to turn the wheel or turn the steering. It rubs on the frame. That's the dumbest place to put it. I mean, don't get me wrong, having a hole to go through the frame, I got it, but you can at least put a grommet on the inside, which I plan on doing, so that will not allow that to fray or break in the future. Otherwise, I'm just going to run these wires up over the frame and inside the bike. Alright folks, so I went ahead and I got the carburetor off of here. Everything looks good. This bubble doesn't look cracked or anything. It still feels pliable, which is good. I'm hoping that the diaphragm on the inside here is still in good shape. Now before I put everything back on, I'm going to hit all these on the wire wheel and kind of clean them up. But all these surfaces look pretty clean, so that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this thing out. I've got fuel line that's exactly the same diameter here, and I'm going to hook all this back up, hook it up to the tank, start working on the handlebars for the throttle, and kind of put everything back together. My dumbass went to pull that throttle cable out, and there's a little spring that's right here. Well, when I lined this thing up for it to come off, it went bing, took off and went out that way in the grass. The problem is I have no idea where it is. I tried using, you know, like the big magnet. I would trip out if I saw it right there. I tried using this big magnet to see if I can, you know, pick it up in the grass, but very unsuccessful. So I may have to either make my own spring or go buy one. But all right, let's continue.
This is Phase Music.
Before and after. That's what I'm doing for all of them. Cleaning everything up. Alright, so I've taken the carburetor, kind of like sort of assembled it temporarily. I didn't fully take off. There we go, put that back. I didn't fully take off this bottom part here because the diaphragm was pretty pliable. It wasn't stiff. So it tells me the inside of that was in really good shape. I don't really want to take it off of there if I don't have to. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and slap this back on the bike and put some fuel line to it. And I'm actually going to test it out and see if I can get it to work. Yes, I know it's half-ass work, but I'm just curious. Just for shits and giggles. The spring is supposed to go down here on this end, but this is already kind of like spring loaded inside, so I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about that all too much. I think I'll be in the clear. So where's the equipment? It was like this. You slide that in there, slide this in there for the adjustment. Like that. Put all these together. All this slides in here. And between here and here, there's a spring. That's what's missing. and that's the part that had come off. Let's see if I can do this without losing it. It's already like I said, it's already got spring action to it. It's got spring action, it's pulling back. This is going to go up in here, and that'll wrap up somewhere. But it's kind of sort of how this goes. And this is your adjustment. For that. You run it in as far as it'll go and stop, and then you make adjustments later. So, alright, so this little guy went out and around the side, out here, and then up and out. You want to grab that for me? And just drape it on. There you go. Yep. Just like that. And I'm just hoping that this works. I don't know if it will. This is just, I've never messed with one of these before. Always wanted one. Never had one. And it's basically the same as a it's a motorcycle mixed with a weed eater engine. That's all it is. Where are you? Come on. Let's see if I can get that to run up. And if I can get that, I can run up the fuel line. And then we'll call it good. See, like this one here. This one's going the opposite direction, so we're gonna go ahead and zip that one up. I hope this works. Yeah, just like that. And then the other one I have to do by hand because this bar is right in the way. Which this is a pain in the booty. Carburetor's on there. Within functionality. I'm going to use this as a gas tank. So let me put fuel in here real quick. That's better. Okay. It's like insta-fill. Alright, we're gonna put this on here. See, I did this for the dirt bike. Yeah. Oh! And it's very accurate. Alright, we're just gonna do a little bit of run time on it. We're gonna have to cut that. It's too big. It's too large. I put a little heat to this, and I was, ooh, man, I don't know about that. I think that line is a little bit too big. That's okay. This should run. Supposed to. Yeah, a little bit of fuel. See what happens. I want to drip gas all over the damn place. Looks like I'm gonna have to do that. Yeah, that's a no-go. As I'm leaking gas all over the place.
There's buffalo in it?
Hmm?
Buffalo.
Oh yeah, it's in here. Should have started by now. Well, alright then. That just means that Alright, ladies and gentlemen, well, I have run into a small snag. The wire for the throttle, it was actually just, where'd I put it? Right here. It was actually just a little bit too long, and I went ahead and I cut it so that whenever it's, you know, mounted in here, where we go? Can't see. Yeah, whenever it's mounted in there, it's gonna, you know, fit perfectly. So I gotta put a piece of solder like this at the end of that so I can shorten that wire so I can make this throttle cable work. So that's my objective. So that means I'm done for this evening. I'm not going to work out here doing this. I'm going to see if I can put some solder on that tip, and if it's you know, too much solder, I can always, you know, put it on the grinding wheel and kind of like just touch it on there and grind a little bit off. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do now. Is I'm gonna fix up the this wire here. Do this. The carburetor itself, I'm just gonna wait until later to do that, and I'm just gonna go ahead and button up everything else here. So anyway, if you guys happen to like this part of this little build, like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to hit your post notification bell up there on the top right hand corner of your screen. And as always, I appreciate you guys stopping by for another episode of SV Cruiser. Until the next one, y'all take it easy. Bye.